Upper Water Street in downtown Halifax, the Argyle Fine Art Gallery in the historic properties, and actually the site of one of the very first banks in Canada. And we, I dare say, have hit the mother lode when it comes to artistic endeavors here, kind of like a bank of sorts. And I'm standing beside the fellow that is responsible for an inordinate amount of cool things in the music industry. How are you, Chris Smith?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, well, you're styling and profiling. I don't know, you're raising my cool factor. I keep hanging out with these artists thinking maybe something will rub off, but not so much.
See?
Thanks, man. Okay, so Chris Smith, when people pick up CDs, I'm just going to grab just one. I love these guys. Hey, weren't they cool? You can see their music on the site. But these guys are all the rage now. Any CD pretty much when it comes to East Coast artists, you're doing.
I've been pretty busy.
Yeah, and winning awards.
Won a few here and there, indeed.
Yeah, now, and I'm thinking, how do you come up with it?
I sit down, I listen a lot to the music beforehand. I get the rough cuts,
Okay.
I go through the lyrics. I have an English degree, so I really like words. They're like little toys for me. I love words.
Yeah.
So a lot of my art is based on what they've said in the lyrics and whatnot, or things that they've actually done in their real lives. So
Right.
there's usually a narrative going on somewhere. It's not just like, hey, here's a wall and stand next to it, I'm going to take a photo. I don't
Right.
really do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, their art in and of itself. Some of them are very dark. Is dark okay to use? Like they're
Yeah, no, I'm totally comfortable with that.
aggressive.
It's really about what they've said. So if it's dark, it's because they have some dark lyrics, and I'm just, bringing that out. And I definitely enjoy that. I think, pretty things aren't always as interesting as the dark ones. The dark ones tend to have a story. That's why people love scars. Scars, because there's a story behind that
Right.
scar,
It could be a Lego block in the head, or it could be some sort of bar fight. We'll never know.
Who knows?
Right, but you're there to tell the story. And you've been doing it for how long? Because really, it seems like you're ingrained in this culture here.
I've been, I've been doing graphic design for over a decade now.
Okay.
And I've been doing freelance with my own company, working mostly with entertainment for 7 years now, this month.
And it's Funk Factor.
Funk Factor.
Okay, and a cool new website. I mean, you've always been cool, but it's gotten cooler, if that's true.
Well, every few years you have to redo your own stuff. If you don't hate everything you've done within every 3 years or so, it means you're not progressing. So
Right.
I was just at a point I hated my site. So, which is
true?
good. Oh, totally. It's
But you never have time because you're doing it for others, right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to my own stuff, I feel like a chef who only eats takeout.
Yeah.
There's no time for to do the stuff for myself. But I
Right.
just one night, about a month or so ago, I had a little bit of free time, and I'm not good with free time.
No.
I get antsy, so I just sat down. I designed a new website for myself, and
Very cool.
and a buddy of mine, Chris McCann, coded it, so that helped me time-wise too.
Nice, indeed. Okay, well, and now we talk about what to do in your free time. You're based here in Halifax.
Indeed, I am.
Where are you from?
From St. John's, Newfoundland.
All right. Okay, so 2 questions for you. We're here at the Argyle Fine Art Gallery because this is a cool place to come, yes?
Very much so, yeah. Lots of great artists showcase here. Most
Yeah.
of my favorite artists in Nova Scotia this is where you'll find them.
And tons of mediums.
Everything you would ever think of in a gallery, from lots of music even gets played here. Not only just art that you hang on walls or lay on a pedestal, but music also.
Right.
So this is kind of becoming a center for many different types of things, which is what I love. I mean, myself, I work in photography, graphic design. I used to work in radio and print and stuff like that. So I like many mediums myself. So I kind of like the fact that the gallery is also of that same mentality, I guess. Just anything goes as long as it's good.
Yeah, it's celebrated here for sure. And now let's take you back to the homeland. When you're in St. John's, what are your favorite spots?
My favorite spots? Well, there's a bar called the Ship Inn. That's where a lot of bands that I like play. It's kind of like what the Seahorse would be to Halifax.
Okay.
So
And that's a favorite place of yours here.
And indeed.
The Seahorse.
So, yeah,
We got to go there one night. Will you take me?
Sure.
Will they let me wear pink there?
Maybe. I'll call ahead and warn them.
Yeah, heightened security. Okay, now you've got a buddy that's got some stuff here. Can we?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Nick
let's
Brent,
go
he's
have a
upstairs.
look at his stuff.
Let's do it.
Okay, awesome. Hey, how you doing?
Very good.
Where are you from?
From Brantford, Ontario.
Brantford, Ontario. Come here really quickly. You never know who you're going to run into. The Chris Smith, superstar photographer.
Hello.
What's your
Brian.
name?
Hey.
Brian
Nice to meet you.
from Brantford or Brampton?
Brantford, Gretzky Town.
Oh, right on. Okay, now why are you in Halifax?
Just hanging out with my friend Joe, who's at work right now, so I'm checking out artwork and
Very
drinking
good.
pints and stuff.
Oh, nice. Nicely done. Enjoy your holiday in Nova
Thank
Scotia. See, be like him. Come to Nova Scotia and see great art and maybe run into Chris Smith. So this is cool stuff. And who's this?
Nick Brunt.
Okay.
Nick and I know each other mainly because I did a project called Repix about a year or so ago, where I got a bunch of artists together and through Argyle Art and Argyle Fine Art. And what we did was we gave them each a photo of what I do, and then they did whatever they wanted. So the initial project had 15 people, and then we did a subsequent one where we did a big banner where 3 artists simultaneously painted, and Nick was one of those.
Neat.
So Nick painted the Tom Fun Orchestra on that banner.
Okay.
And we also had Dave Miles, who you've interviewed.
Yes.
And Peter Farmer painted him, and we had Carmen Townsend and James Farrell painted her.
What a spectrum of
Yeah,
great
and
music.
so we did one banner, and all 3 of them painted it simultaneously live at the Seahorse.
Very cool. Again, I got to go there. This is great stuff. Chris Smith, thank you.
Oh, thanks for coming down, man. I'm glad that you came out and checked out my friend's gallery.
Well, and it is a very cool space, so if you're ever in Halifax, Nova Scotia, by all means, check out the Argyle Fine Art Gallery in the historic properties. Maybe grab an ice cream.
Yeah, plenty to do around here, coffee and things like that too, or a pint around the corner.
I was just going to say, head to the Seahorse, and for those of you playing the home game in St. John's, Newfoundland, what's the pub again?
The Ship Inn.
The Ship Inn. Yes. I love it. Now, I'm just going to, let's scoot over here. I want to show you my exit. In case, Chris, you're ever in the neighborhood and you want to drop by my neck of the woods for a pint. Hey?
Where are we going to go?
I don't know. There's so many in Chester. But anyway, that's a beautiful painting. And thanks to Shelley Mitchell for providing that. Thanks to Chris Smith for providing the cool company and the awesome graphics and whatnot on albums. You're a cool fella.
I don't know. I just do what I do.
Oh, there you have it. All right.